security system monitored by ADT. Call 1-866-669-8954. $99 installation charge, 36-month monitoring agreement at $35.99 per month. Call for terms and conditions to this offer and protect your home license numbers. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954.
And we're back here with the Manettis on the weekend edition of the PM show. I'm Ray Holdridge, filling in for Michael Horn. And we are talking with Dirk Benedict, star of television, stage, and film. If you have any questions for the Manettis or Dirk, go ahead and call the number 800-336-2225. That's 800-336-2225. Or email us at lmanetti@crni.net. Dirk, you still there with us, buddy?
No, I left. I went out and shoveled snow and came back in.
Yeah, I thought so. You
Gotta
went
get
for a
things
drink
done.
with Ron Douglas.
Hey, Dirk, I wanted to ask you about, I don't think many people know that you were on Broadway and you did some plays too, right?
I started out in New York. Yeah, I should have never left. I had a good little career going on there in New York. I did 2 Broadway plays. You know, stopped off in Hollywood and
never left.
I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out until they kicked me out after the A-Team. But, yeah, I did. I did. My first one was with Diana Rigg.
Right.
Which was fantastic. I had to be the 3rd, 4th lead. And then I starred with Gloria Swanson, Butterflies Are Free. I was the last guy to play that part on Broadway.
That's amazing. How was Gloria Swanson?
She was.
Remind people that she was the wonderful woman in Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was so fortunate in that she was the first generation of film stars.
Right.
You know, Charlie Chaplin, Harold Lloyd.
Yeah.
Before Douglas Fairbanks Sr. So Lillian Gish.
Right.
Garbo, John Gilbert. So, and here I was, just a kid from Montana. I was in New York, and I'm in this show. So even though they were really before my time because I didn't see the silence, but she was a huge star in 1918, 1919.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I would listen to her tell stories about all these people. And then I met Lillian Gish. I met one day. She had this fantastic apartment in New York on Fifth Avenue, and then I was over there a lot. I sort of lived there after the show was over. She became like my mom. She was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman, very complex, very smart. And there was a knock at the door. She says, oh, Dirk, darling, would you go answer that? So I went and answered, and there was this woman there all kind of hidden with glasses and a slouchy hat, and this deep voice is Gloria. I says, oh, yes, came in. And I went into the kitchen to talk to, and this woman came in and went into the living room where Gloria was, and I went into the kitchen and asked Gloria's husband, Bill Dufty, who wrote Lady Sings the Blues, by the way.
Oh, fabulous.
I said, Bill, who is that? He says, oh, the ladies are going to dish. I said, well, who is it? He said, that's Garbo.
What?
Oh,
That's
my
Greta Garbo.
goodness.
And this was in 1974.
I thought Garbo lived in Paris.
Everybody was, well, I don't know. Nobody knew where she was. That was the time when, where's Garbo? You know, nobody knew for sure where she was.
That's cool.
Well, they were, because they were young girls. They were just young kids. I mean, Swanson was born in 1900, and so they were like 19, 20 years old when they became movie stars. And
That's amazing.
And they had a lot of fun. God, she told me some wonderful stories. So I got to, and then later, in Battlestar, Fred Astaire played my dad in Battlestar Galactica, so he became a good friend. And that was sort of like the second generation of movie stars. And through him, I met some of that crowd. So that was great.
Did you learn how to dance?
You know, I'm a fantastic dancer. I say humbly. I have to say it. I don't have an agent to say these things for me anymore. He dances, he sings, he tells...
Well, you should go on Dancing with the Stars.
I couldn't get on. I actually tried because I'd done a reality TV show called Celebrity Big Brother.
I remember
Rolled
that.
up in the A-Team van.
Yeah, and it's the same company produces them, but I'm not big enough star to do Dance with the Stars, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
I was
please.
rejected.
You're too pretty for the
I
show.
wanted to do it because it's... But I did get to dance with Fred. In the episode, we did this 2-hour episode, and at the very end, there's music, and we're at some bar somewhere in the galaxy, And at the very end, he grabs me. I said, Fred, just at the very end. And it's in the deal at the very end, because I'm his son. Is the day he grabs me and we twirl across the floor and out the door.
Now, how many times did he make you rehearse that?
Yeah, he was.
He was a stickler.
Oh, he loved to rehearse, and he worked. He would rehearse the blocking, and because he came from dancing, and he would rehearse the moves. He said, just the blocking to get it all right.
Well, I remember Ginger Rogers' feet used to be bleeding. He would make her rehearse so much.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a taskmaster, but he was a perfectionist.
I got some Fred Astaire stories. Yeah, he was. He also had that wonderful leprechaun, mischievous, humble quality. He was and he was the sweetest man and so humble. We would do our scenes, and he would kind of fumble with the dialogue a little, and he would rehearse, and he would say, we'd do a run, and then he would ask me. I mean, the first time he did it, I'm like speechless. He says, "Was that all right, Dirk? Do you think that was that okay?" So
Dirk,
I got very.
Dirk,
I'm thinking, well, he's 75. Maybe he's having. So I got very sort of, and I've been playing my character for like months. I was dialing it in, and I had all this sound.
Dirk, hang in with us. We'll be right back.
We gotta go to commercial.
How old is the roof on